Bye, boys and girls. Thank you for tuning into the channel. And what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna knock out here's some pork medallions. So it's a really nice piece of meat, pork. But before we do that, garlic is a major player in this meal. So I need to some garlic. This garlic seen better days for sure, but it's still usable and edible. So a little trick for the ones who don't know. If you press garlic before cutting it, it releases a different kind of chemical, and the taste will be different. So always take a knife or something flat, push it so it's crushed, and now it's very easy to take off the skin. You possibly will know that if you watch cooking videos, but just in case you don't, here's a little explanation. It's much easier to take off that not skin, how it called, the slave or whatever it is. Again, crush it, and then more or less it just, you can see it pops out literally. Very straightforward. Now, I don't know, to be honest, which kind of chemical it is or what is it, but crushed garlic tastes different than if you just chop it up. Now, of course, you can also chop it. It's not a you know, if your taste bud is different, then it's absolutely fine. But I like to make my life easier, so I crush them. Much easier to peel. Plus, the taste is better as well, and I kind of need them to be big for that particular setup with the pork medallions, which I will be able to show you if you stick around long enough. Now, these videos are every single day, so I film every single of my meals. You're more than welcome to pop in and out. So sometimes there are 2 videos a day. If I have dinner and lunch, these days I'm working like a twat all day, so I don't really have lunch. Sorry, well, actually I do have lunch, but it's more or less like a sandwich in the morning, late in the morning. So I have dinner, but normally when I'm not working, which hopefully in a few days time I'm back in business again, then I have 2 meals a day, and you can learn a lot about cooking and a lot of other things I'm discussing as well, because sometimes I'm not just talking about the cooking, but maybe about the news or James O'Brien or one of the other twats, no? Right. So this garlic is prepared, and now we are going to make these medallions, cut them down. Right, look at this. It's a very this is the best part of the pork. Very few people actually going for it. It's not very expensive either, and this is literally the best the pork can give you. Hardly no fat. Yeah, very nice meat. Is melting in your mouth. And if you have pork shoulder or even pork chops, you know, it's plenty of fat, but this has next to nothing. Look at that. It's really high quality meat from the pork. Right, so that's that. I'm gonna season the whole thing a little bit. Just sea salt and cracked pepper. Normally I marinate that a little bit in oil, but today I didn't do it last night, so it's not going to do it right now. So it's obviously takes the taste in from the onions and everything I put in. You the marination. What I not tend to do is use some all season seasoning or whatever it is, all purpose seasoning, sorry, because I realize when you cook the stuff and there's some pepper on it, red pepper, then somehow it burns, and it's not very good. So even if you buy some chicken which is marinated already from the supermarket, then and you put it on the barbecue, it's kind of turns black. So I tend not to use all those marinations on the grill. If you marinate and then you cook it, then it's a different story. But if you really grill it or you put it in a pan, then I prefer just have salt on cracked pepper, nothing else. Right, so that's that. So it's, and also it's very quick, a quick meal, and really good quality, and it's really good. I mean, pork is definitely not my favorite, but I do like a good, I do like a decent cut, which this one certainly is. Now you're almost done. Just take an iron cast pan. Iron cast pan. Unfortunately, sorry about that, my kitchen is very small, so very difficult, but my time will come to have a kitchen where I can play bass. Right, put on the fire here. Yeah, to dry the pan off, because someone put it into the cupboard wet, which I don't really like, but I don't want to point fingers either. So, you know, sometimes you have a couple of bimbos around who don't really use their brains, but that's okay. You smell the rose you picked, so not much choice at that stage. Right. When that water goes, I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil or any other oil you can use, what you have lying around, doesn't need to be olive oil. And then just put those medallions in there. And of course, courgettes, huh? It's really cool. Couple of courgettes simultaneously. And in no time, a very great meal is created. So a little bit of oil, as I said, not too much. And then shove those medallions in there. Put on the extractor fan. That's it. And we're gonna seal them a little bit, yeah? You get the idea? That's it. Yeah, this is nicely sealed. Right, guys. Now it's sealed. Now it's the time to drop off the heat. We drop the heat to 5. Yeah, we're gonna drop the heat and then let them cook nicely. Turn them over. Yeah, that's it. Turn them nicely over, looking awesome. Right, now we're gonna put a little bit of butter in here. So help me understand, 'cause I've been in love before, and I know that love is more than just holding hands. Right, a little bit of a big spoon for you. Yeah, shove in a little bit of butter and nicely, slowly cook those things. Right, nice and slow. We're gonna cover the top, and then we're gonna do the that's it. Now we're gonna do this courgettes, because those medallions are very, very well with the courgettes. Now always cut like this and not straight, because it looks more appetizing, and it looks also much bigger than if you have rings. So it's always if you cut something like this, always chop it sideways. Otherwise, I show you. Look, I mean, which do you prefer, this one or this one? So it's a pretty much a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. And what you want to do now, which I forgot, but I pick it up. Now you shove in those garlic cloves nice on the top of it, and this is gonna cook in their own juice, nicely, freshly, and smoothly. Now, this is how it goes. More courgettes. Chop up those. That's it. Seasoning again. Same type of style. Yeah. I'm gonna season that straight into the pan. Just shoving a little bit of sea salt on the top. That's all it needs. Yeah. I'll move them around a little bit. I prefer to use sea salt. It's still not very healthy, so eat as little salt as you can. If you have blood pressure and cholesterol problems, salt is definitely not a big amount of salt, put it that way, it's not good for you. But if you use it's a little bit less dangerous than the cheap crab salt which you get in the supermarket. The Rosetta. No. It's a fine, she doesn't clean it. The Rosetta, it's a fine. picks of the fingerless scared. Now shove it in there. Right. Not good, boy. Excellent. Croquettes right there. Line them up, put on the fire. This is happily going. Nice and smooth. That's it. Okay. Again, a little bit of olive oil, which I should have put before I put the courgettes inside, but I'm not a master chef, you know, so I do make mistakes, and believe me, I don't really mind, because you guys are watching, and the ruble is rolling in. Now, okay guys, this is how you do a decent meal in what, 17 minutes. Thank you for watching. Like, share and comment, and make sure you come to the channel all the time, because every single day it's a different meal. You can learn a lot, and you are more than welcome to ask any questions in the live show, during the live show, and also thereafter. And you can impress your bird when she comes over to give you a BJ on her birthday, like Paul's got it, and everybody's happy, and everybody's calm. So have a seat.